so let's not waste any time and continue reviewing the new Preludes. Okay. This one really got me excited. This is the type of Prelude that makes me want to like bust out the game and just deal me decent pre-start. Okay, so Preservation Program. Skip the first TR you gain in each generation's action phase, but you get 5 TR. So 5 TR is amazing. That's 5 money production. That's 1 less than Metals Company with all the flexibility. That's 1 less than Business Empire with without the -6, right? And it's 5 victory points. So obviously that would be too much value on a Prelude. So we have this drawback effect. But you just have to be pre-star or, play an engine game and not terraform until the last generation, and then you're giving them terraform the last 2, you miss some 2 TRs. That's fine. It's like you got 5 cash income and 3 victory points. So a Prelude, very nice. But basically, as long as you don't terraform early and you don't if you can play it like an engine game, this is amazing. And key thing, skip the first TR you gain in each generation's action phase, which means the solar phase doesn't count, which means you can still play delegates, which means you can still do pre-star and gain the bonus thing. So yeah, sorry, not pre-star, the reds. Pre-star doesn't gain a TR, but obviously you want to do pre-star, the reds, and this Prelude. I that's just something I really want to do, because again, you get the 6 cash, you get the victory point, you get your 5 TR steps from these Preludes, and then you get a TR from the Reds bonus, or of not terraforming, and then you don't let anyone terraform. I think this might be my favorite. I love Pre-Star. And yeah, I really want to play this with Pre-Star and the Reds, and it's not a turmoil Prelude, but definitely all I think about is playing this with the Reds as soon as I see it, right? Just gotta go for anything game. However, that's not the best Prelude, because there's this fucking thing that I just saw it and laughed, and how many people got high and actually did this. You get a city, a greenery, and an ocean, and a plant tag. Oh no, wait, you have to discard 3 tiles. That's 9 cash, but a city and a greenery is already insane. And then if you think those 3 cards are 9 cash, then you get an ocean half price. What the fuck? This is insane value. Oh, and you get 2 tags, one of which is one of the most important tags in the game. So this is a dream for Ecoline or any corporation going for heavy plant rush. Imagine if someone else places an ocean with a Prelude. Or don't even imagine that. Just your ocean and these 2 tiles, you get 4 cash back, plus you pick maybe 6 plants easily from the 3 tiles you placed, and now you probably have enough. You just need 2 more plants if you're equal, and you need 1. You start with 3 plants, so you can place a second greenery. But if someone places an ocean, you can get your ocean adjacent, that's 2. Then you place the greenery between 2 oceans, that's 4, and then your city next to the greenery and 1 ocean, that's 8. That just gains back the 9 that you pay for the 3 extra cards. This is so much value on a Prelude. Holy shit. Think of self-sufficient settlement. Self-sufficient settlement gives you city and 2 cash production. This is giving you 2 TR, which is 2 cash production, but it's actually an ocean and a greenery. And what the fuck? Again, this is just broken. This is the best Prelude here, in this deck. It's not my favorite because it's not. I don't love to playground game, and this is just broken. With the previous one with the preservation program, it's you have to think of how to gain an advantage. This is just well, I place everything on my first generation, and then that gives me another greenery, and now I can fucking play NRA on you because I also got a plant tag. Fuck you. It's insane. I think this one is very unbalanced, but best Prelude in the deck. Recession. Now, again, I see this and I just think of the insurance company, Mons Insurance. This is kind of an asshole Prelude, but So you gain 10. It's each opponent, so it's not one of those things where you kill yourself because you're the only one like screwing an opponent, and then whoever is not screwed is fine and winning. But yeah, -1 income and -5 cash. I don't see me keeping these because what if they like flip Credit Core or Tractor? And then it's like, okay, I didn't actually hurt you, and I didn't like 10 cash for me. It's not that much value. So I would keep it with months because sending them to -3 instead of -2 is really nice, and the -5 cash doesn't help. But I would be afraid of picking these and just seeing someone flip over like one of the Reach Corps and then like, okay, yeah, I can tank this. But I think it's good. I think it's a really nice prelude to have. So, yeah, it's variety, but it's probably one that I would pick very, very rarely. Rise to power. So, 3 cash production and 3 delegates. You can place them in any party, but like pretty much guarantees you like chairman in the first generation if you want it, and you get your party to power. No one's gonna beat that. And imagine this with the one that like draws you a card for every party leader. Like there's not like I think are those the only two that place delegates? Oh, that one doesn't place delegates. Yeah, there's the other one that plays 2 delegates, and that's it, right? Those are the 3 terminal ones. So like if you do this one and the one that draws you cards, you can draw you 3 cards, and then 4 when you do your action. Or you could just rush to a party. I think this is great flexibility, and you have 3 cash production for more flexibility. So this is a great prelude. This reminds me of Research Network, which, by the way, if you have that other prelude, has like also the effect of drawing you 3 cards. But yeah, it's just like this goes with any strategy. It's just great. Okay, Space Lanes. Another Unity themed one. I really like Unity things. So you get a discount on all 3 tags, and that means that something like Sister Planet support gets 4, right? There's a lot of combinations of these tags, and then you get 3 titanium. So this is the first discount prelude. I'm not sure about the value though, because the thing is like Venus rarely gets played, and Jovian cards are expensive, and obviously the Earth discount is great. This is like 2/3 of Earth Office, but I'm not too sure about the other 2 discounts, and then the 3 titanium is not enough. I think this again a bit of a glass cannon. Like if you get a Venus hand, great. But if you don't, then you're only relying on the Earth tags, and I don't think that and 3 titanium is enough. But we'll see. This is one that I really want to play with and see like how good it is. Yeah. Soil bacteria. Okay, so every time you play a plant or a microbe, you get a plant. So this is like almost vial enhancers. You're just missing the animal part. You also get 3 plants, 4 when you play these microbes, so you're gonna get 4 plants, and then you draw 2 microbe cards. The thing is, microbe cards are weak. That's the problem. Microbe cards are weak, and I don't think the effect is enough on the plant tags. You'd have to have some really good microbe and plant cards in your hand that you can play early for me to like this more. Obviously, like viral enhancers is great, right? So, and this is giving you 4 plants. It's playable. It's playable. I just think those 2 microbe draws could be disaster. But if you got like something like Psychrophiles and Arctic Algae, like a couple of good early ones, then sure, go for it. It's like it's guaranteeing you 2 more plants, and you might draw some more synergy for Psychrophiles, right? But other than that, not my favorite. Suitable infrastructure. So steel hasn't been a theme at all in Prelude 2, but this one gives you 5 steel. And okay, this one's the effect is very interesting. Once per action you take, you gain 2 ME if you increase any production. So you can't go crazy with a multiplier, or even a card that does like industrial microbes that only gives you 2 because it's once per action. But I think this could pay a lot. Like, how many cards do you play that raise your? That's interesting. I'm not sure, but it's probably like your other prelude. And it's gonna be a lot of cards in the early game. I get Manutech vibes, and you're getting 10, right? You're getting 10 steel, 5 steel, which is 10 cash. So you're getting easily, and this is including this. No, this doesn't have a production, duh. But like, if you get like 6 productions, the first 2 gens is already worth more than 21, and you're getting a building tag, which is nice. Like, I don't think it's broken, and I think it's. I love rebates, so it's gonna be a really interesting one to play. This with Manutech can be insane. A Terraforming Deal. And my first thought with this one was, holy shit, UNMI. And then I thought, oh fuck UNMI, holy shit, Ocean Walk. Seriously. This one I like so much more than the one that places like 6 greeneries, 3 cities, and say 7 oceans. Because it makes you like work for it, right? Now, obviously, this is really good for UNMI. Because they're poor and they'll be getting 4 per turn at least. It's each step, so if like Demos gives you 6 back, and it's an Earth tag. I mean, think of a 2-player game. You have 9 oceans, 19 temperature steps, and 14 oxygen steps, and so that's 28, 42. If you do half of those, 21, then you get 42 cash. And you might raise your TR directly. So, I mean, obviously you get the bulk of it at the end because raising your TR at the beginning is hard. But with that, like, again, with an Ocean Walk and a Rush, it's amazing. Okay, another Venus one. That's weird. Okay, so we have more Venus than I thought. There are 4 Venuses. Okay, 4 Venus Preludes then. Okay, so each step you raise Venus, you gain 3 ME. So this is like Aphrodite, but better, because Aphrodite gives you 2. And then you get a Venus card, and you raise 1 TR my step. I like this more than the previous Venus one, but I like it less than the ones that raise Venus directly, because I think like the key to playing Venus is to get like the cards with requirements down early, because they're really good. Of course, this gives you incentive to terraform Venus further. The drawing of a Venus card is fine. I just don't like the effect is good. The card could be good. 1 TR might not be too much, and it's the only thing you get right away, right? So you play this if you have a card that can raise Venus, or another of the preludes that can raise Venus, like the next one. And I really like this one. 3 Venus steps straight up. I actually predicted we would have this. I think it's the only one I got right. Or exactly right. I may have gone close. Maybe I'll do a video on my predictions for this. But yeah, I remember saying we're gonna get 3 Venus steps on a prelude, and this one I love. Like this with MSI, you're 1 step away from Stratospheric Birds, and a few of the other ones that unlock at 12. Venusian Insects, and I think it's Maxwell Base or the other one. So yeah, I think this is pretty good. 3 Venus steps. My favorite is still the other one, the one that gives you 2 and 2 flower cards, but yeah, this one's the second favorite from Venus. Okay, and finally, World Government Advisor. So you can raise 1 global parameter without getting any TR or bonuses once a turn. So this is good for a rush, and you get 2 terraforming rating and a card. The card is like, yeah, maybe. But yeah, this is good for a rush, but you're like eating your own points. I would basically, on Venus, I guess it works on Venus for the requirements, but I wouldn't keep this alone for that. I don't love it. It's for a rush, but you're missing on half the things. Of course, you get 2 TR, but like, I mean, it does rush the game real fast. Is that worth it? Because 2 TR to begin with is decent. So I mean, it's undervalued, but then like you gotta be sure you're rushing. This is basically like world government terraforming the rules, so I don't like I've always hated that, so yeah. And then finally we have the ones from the promos, Anti-Desertification Techniques. Yeah, I think this is fine. I don't think anything changed. You get 3 cash. I compared it to... I forgot the one. They're planted in 2 cash from the original, but you get an extra tag and you get 3 cash, a little less flexible production. I prefer the other one because you really need cash as a plant production, so... But this is fine. You'll probably play some cities or do some energy with if you're going for a green game, and it gives you 2 tags, so that's fine. Established methods. Now this one I think changed, or maybe we read it wrong, but I thought it was gain 30 mega credits and then spend at least that much on standard projects. This is then changed, or again we might have already run on, instead of spending that much you just perform 2 standard projects. So for example, if you did this and then 2 energy for a colony game, that's not bad. Like 2 energy production and 8 cash. I mean, you are getting 30, right? So yeah, definitely better than loan. I don't like it more than donation, obviously. Or like you can place 2 oceans. You have to pay them, but I don't like it too much, honestly. But I think it's better this way. It doesn't force you to spend more than 30, and that means you can use the more useful terraforming projects if you want it, like maybe you want a colony and an energy, or a ocean and an energy. Both of those were 28 and 29, so you couldn't do those. You really don't want to do I think you don't want to do a temperature or a greenery. You might have a reason to do a city. But I think a colony and an ocean are probably the best. A colony and an energy are probably the best 3 things you can do. Maybe the ocean. Like if this is the ocean on the 2 cards, definitely, right? So giant solar collector. So this one's another Venus one. 2 energies and a Venus. Like it's whatever. I don't think this is too related, but getting 2 energy if colonies is around is always good. And then the other bunkers one is strategic base planning. Okay, so this is bunkers. Because you're getting a city and a colony. And somehow they thought that getting a city and a greenery, which is worth more than a colony and a fucking ocean for Project Eden, was fine. Like, this was already bunkers. A city and a colony and minus 3 cash is crazy value. A city, a greenery, an ocean, and like minus 9 cash? What the fuck? This is probably a second best Prelude, and it's not close in value to Project Eden, which is the best one. But anyway, that's my Prelude video. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think, and see you next time.